What's the biggest shift that you've noticed in how people think about themselves and kind of their place in the world?
Well, considering the context which we are having, the topic of individualism and community, I think when I was growing up, the power and the importance of community was far greater than what it is today. We used to feel responsible for the place we grew up, the families we interacted with, our own family, and even the neighborhoods we lived in. Even the broader city, you would feel responsible, doing things responsibly, trying to be a good human. And I think if you call the theme of responsible citizenship was the core behind it. And it was the responsible citizenship was linked with being a responsible member of a community, a society, a responsible member of a family. I think over time that has changed. And if we fast forward now, people are more individualistic. They set their own goals and aspirations, and they want to follow those goals and aspirations. If we dig deeper, the old system, there was quite a bit of reliance on the acceptability of the community and society, whereas the shift towards individualism have allowed people to become more freer, to make the choices they want to make, whether it's a career choice, whether finding a partner choice, whether any type of things they want to do. So of course there are pros and cons with it, as you've said, that people, especially the ones who are from the older culture or who have some nostalgia about the old way of doing things, they feel left out, especially since the social media has come in and people, even if there are communities or people are interacting with each other, the shape and form of them has changed. And some people who are old school do not fit in and feel lonely because of it. Yeah, so that's how.
That's interesting that you mention a lot of the time our generation, my generation, feels the loneliness of not having that community anymore. But you're saying the older generation, because of that shift, is now starting to feel that loneliness now, is what I'm getting from what you're saying.
Yes, not everyone. I feel that some of them have evolved and adapted and understood the new. Because you see, the change in cultures and structure of society is a common theme all the human history. Things do change, and with again the change happened in the past, sometimes quite quickly and sometimes quite rapidly. And the recent change through social media and technology was far greater and fast-paced change compared to any time in the history of humankind. So I think it's just adapting to that change. I think we humans understand that things do change, and it's just some kind of got caught up, not being able to change with the changing times. And of course, there are other things which we can dig into, and that how society shaped and what the new form of society is and how the new old society was. And it's just not getting it or not getting much value. You know, for example, if you are somebody who would like to go and sit next door with some auntie or some uncle or have a chat and have a cup of tea, and then in the evening somebody visiting you and or a few people visiting you, or you going to a few people places, and that's the norm you had, and suddenly now you're having to just text on a WhatsApp message or some other chatting platform. That is not the same. So it's of course very different, and people having to adjust with it. Yeah, I think that's how.
Yeah, that is very valid. It is quite a switch from in-person human connection to now kind of connection through a screen, essentially.